Good morning, city. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't look much like a city, does it? It looks like a tree. Well, there's a reason for that. We've got our wonderful little, very mountainous area. And we're doing a Let's Play involving the building of the massive, wonderful city of Jinxia. Our city's actually up here. And what we're up to today is we're going to move it down into this area, or at least somewhat into this area. It depends upon how steep this is and how well I can manage the hill. Now, my secret weapon here is those dirt roads. I know that I can make the dirt roads go down more steeply because they can handle that kind of hill. Now, one thing I might be thinking about doing here is going to the side. Because that's going to save me some money on the road building cost. But I also know that I can go down steep hills this way, and I ought to be fine. Now, my big concern is running too far and incurring road building costs that aren't going to be sustainable. In fact, I've got half a mind to scooch down here. See, this will get me down into the area. I'm going to want to cross over here. In fact, this might even be... How much is it going to cost me to... wipe this and turn it into a bridge. Okay, this is posing some interesting challenges. Our bridge is not the most effective thing in the world. Bother. No, I'm not going to want to go underground. Okay. There's a bridge, so we still have our connectivity, or we should. I just saw a guy turn around. Are they all going to do that? No. Now I need to immediately start zoning. And I gotta fill in some of the infrastructure for this stuff. This stuff all requires maintenance to keep it going. And that's something of a concern, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on those guys. But what I've got this here for, although it's not a great situation as far as letting this in, eventually I'm going to have this on-ramp here go scooching down here into something like a highway. I don't have the ability to build a highway right now, but when I do have the ability to build a highway, this is what I'll be wanting to do with it. Oh, hang on. Slow down. Believe me, you don't want to live there. Oh, no, no. So we got some of this. Yeah, let's not kick people out of their houses just yet. Let's fill in that, and then we're going to randomly spot some little bits of stuff in here. We're nowhere near high density commercial zone. Yikes. Our economy, I don't think we need as much in the way of trash, or indeed in the way of the health services. One thing we might want to do is get some power up there. It is a good spot for air power. Let's see, when are we gonna, 2,400 will get us to the advanced wind turbine. Let's put those up on the ridge. But for now, what we're doing is sort of nursemating this area as it gets developed. This dirt road goes right down into the area that we're going to want. What I've got in mind is setting up some kind of situation where I can have a central area and burst out into little smaller areas. I want a central artery that's feeding stuff, and I don't have that right now. But I am picking up money at a steady, although pokey kind of rate. And there's room for let's go to water. Yes, I can do water all the way down there. As you can see, I have some of these things on hotkeys. I don't have zones on hotkeys, and that's a bit of an oversight. And okay, they've got enough water mostly. If I add a lot of zoning, I might hit problems with this areas real fast. A little more industrial over there. And while I'm at it, I think it's time to upgrade some of these roads to more effective roads. Oh, hello. Is this going to knock your houses down? It's fun to find out. It did knock their houses down. Okay. And how about yours? Nope, you're fine. Let's see what's happening to this area now that I'm doing that. Okay, we're definitely needing a little bit more industry here. We'll sort of keep patiently tucking industry in there. Up, Worthy Village. I can do districts. I'm not sure quite what I would do with districts. But we're going to start seeing need for police and firehouses. Our power is just about to the point of not making it. And I'm pretty darn far away from that advanced wind turbine. That's a pity. I would like those. And I don't really want to get into coal power. Let's stay ahead of the curve with that. 8 megawatts. There. That'll hold us, and our water and sewage is well in advance of what we're actually going to need. But we're going to need to run more pipe when this is all done. Also, I may be doing myself a disservice. Our sewage is all the way over here, but the industrial stuff is polluting the ground. And if I expect this to be the ritzy area, that's not going to fly really very well with the ritzy people. I do like the idea of having this be the ritzy area. I can probably run dirt roads up to that. In fact, that might be a fun thing to try to do. Looks like I don't have any major problems with the, apart from they still want more industry. Well, industry is bad for you, so you're going to just hold off on that for the moment, maybe. What have we got? Okay, how about I just wipe you out and put a dirt road where you stood? How's that? Does that work for you? Let's do the windy roads. That might be fun. That should work just fine. Almost outside the possible range. Let me scooch a little farther forward. We're going to run that like there and run some kind of railroad off of it. And scooch over here where we have a problem with the slope. Ah, awesome. There we go. And up here, we're going to run a regular sort of road. Maybe we're going to do something amusing like a one-way. Meh, no, let's not. And our challenge with this guy is simply that this being our highfalutin ritzy area, it's actually not too easy to get to this area. Oh, that would look strange. That would look maybe a little bit too strange. Scooch over here, and then we proceed to join this road. Then we upgrade those little snippets to the blacktop road, and we start zoning it. Tiny little awesome mountaintop houses for the win. You guys are still going to have to get up here in order to be able to use this. Then maybe we'll throw in some retail in here. Funky mountaintop villas and things. And down here we're going to go back to industry, I think. Industry can fill in some of these extra spaces. Oh, they're afraid. They need police. We shall have police. Hope that doesn't break my budget. Anyways, we got us some police. Next thing they're going to do is all start burning down. So, I think we got a busted down car over here. Ah, he's parked. Okay, you're not supposed to park in that road, guy, but whatever. And then the next thing I need to do is run my water up where the road goes, I think. And then another run like here. There. Area is watered. Now it needs to be electrified. I think what we're going to do is just hastily run something from here just so that we can connect up. Now my hope is that you guys can connect up to up here, but that may or may not be quite possible. But one thing I can do is run a wire from there. Now while I'm at it, let's see, electricity is still good. Water and stuff is still good. Garbage, the landfill is fine. Health capacity is fine. We have no way of dealing with fire, but crime rate is fine. Although there's a whole bunch of people who are still frightened. That's something of a concern. Have I made the, hello? Crime rate is high. Well, I've already made a, police station. Is it perhaps going unused, or... How many police stations do I need, and how many have I already got? Well, I can't actually afford to make another police station right now, guys. So you're going to have to deal. Or was that a firehouse? That was a firehouse. I don't think I have a police station, but I will in a moment. I will in a moment. That was a fire station I made. I wonder if I have a suitably blank area. That, or maybe... Oh, and we've gone back to normal speed again, but up to triple speed. It's really difficult to keep that triple speed going. It just keeps slowing down somehow. I'm going to have to find out what it is that's causing it. $14,000. And they abandoned their place, so we're going to build the police station on the ashes of their horrible house that got beaten up by robbers and things. That's what we're going to do. There. So as the fears of the town of Jinxia dwindle away due to the sudden presence of police, I already had fire. I already had firemen. And their stuff proceeds to catch on fire. I thought I had a firehouse. Yeah, we do. Let's see. He's right over here. With our glorious money in the bank of 1,000 simoleons, we're going to say goodbye to the tiny town. Tomorrow, we come back and do an episode of doing some cool things with that ritzy upper class area in the corner. Until then, catch y'all later.